What's up, y'all? Welcome to our weekly Blackfish Vancouver Canucks prospects report from CanucksArmy. We are going to turn the article into a little bit of a video. Let's see how this goes. Our first shot here, a beautiful ocean behind us, as you can see. So let's dive in to the Vancouver Canucks prospect system. We want to start over in Sweden with Lucas Forsell. The guy cannot stop scoring. 19 years old, this kid is. Scored another 2 goals in the SHL this past week. We had an interview with him as well. You can check that out over on the CanucksArmy YouTube page, which you are on right now. So be sure to look for that Forsell interview. The kid is just excellent to deal with. So be sure to find that interview on our page. But like we said, he cannot stop scoring. One of the hottest young players in the SHL right now when it comes to scoring goals. So we are very much liking what Forsell is up to. Sticking in Sweden, let's roll over to right shot defenseman Filip Johansson, who picked up 1 assist this past week, had a Corsi of 53.4% over 3 games. Also had 30 shot attempts over the last 6 games, so the guy is shooting the puck a ton and playing some pretty damn good hockey right now. Should be excited about Johansson. It sounds like he's going to be coming over to North America next year, whether it be the NHL or the AHL. Time will tell on Johansson. And we round out Sweden talking about Elias Patterson. That's right, DPD, the defenseman over there in Sweden. He picked up 2 assists over the past week, and that was pretty impressive in its own right. But we dove into some of the analytics, and we're damn impressed to see that he picked up a 53.7% Corsi over the week. And the more impressive stat, a 65% control of expected goals. So when he's on the ice, they're spending a lot of time in the offensive zone and not really spending a lot in his own zone, which is great to see, especially from a defenseman who's still just 19 years old. And over the week, over the 3 games that he played in, averaged 15 minutes and 7 seconds of ice time. We do have one more update out of Sweden with Jonathan Lekkerimäki, one of the Canucks' top prospects. He is battling a foot injury and has been out for about a month now. Looking like recovery is going very well for him. He's been spending a lot of time in the gym, which is good, but a full health Jonathan Lekkerimäki doesn't look like it'll be here until mid-April as a very early point, but more looking like May to be the point where you can see Jonathan Lekkerimäki be healthy. So let's dive into the OHL now a little bit. Vancouver Canucks added a new prospect to the system when they moved on from Riley Stillman. They picked up Josh Bloom. He had a couple of goals in his past week here. Bloom had a good week, picking up the 2 goals and the 1 assist, and also had 8 shots in a game on Friday where he did score 2 goals in that game. And we do have to bring up this photo as well. A wicked piece of Vancouver Canucks memorabilia in this one. Look at Josh Bloom rocking that mask. You love to see it. He is happy to be a Vancouver Canucks prospect. We know that for sure. Staying in the OHL, let's get to Connor Lockhart. Lockhart picked up a goal and 2 assists over the week, and now he has 41 points over his last 29 games in the OHL. The kid is heating up, and he had a great start to the season and is starting to look like he's playing at that form now as the playoffs approach in the OHL. Staying with one final thing in the OHL, Kirill Kudryavtsev, which is one we're going to struggle with forever. He picked up an assist last week as well. The defenseman is looking really good for the Sioux Greyhounds, and we kind of have some pretty high expectations for what we can see from him next year. He's showing so well in his 2nd season now in the OHL. His 3rd year is probably just going to be even better. So we're excited for that next year. So that is Kirill Kudryavtsev. Nailed it. Let's head over to the AHL a little bit here. We got Archer Silovs. Though he's spending time in the NHL right now, he was named goalie of the month for February. You heard that news last week if you were following along with the prospect pool. Silovs was excellent, a 5-0 record in February, and he was rewarded by being named AHL goalie of the month. Let's talk about Linus Karlsson as well, another AHLer who has been playing excellent so far this season. He's up to 17 goals and 23 assists in 56 AHL games so far this year. Continues to roll, continues to play tough, continues to find the back of the net. A lot of good things for Linus Karlsson, who should be getting some NHL opportunities at some point in this season. Rounding out the AHL talk, Arshdeep Bains is a name we got to get to because he has been playing great hockey of late. An evolving player in his rookie season of the AHL. Came in as one of the guys who was the top scorer in the WHL last season. Had to reinvent his game a little bit to have success at the pro level, and he is showing well of late, picking up 5 assists over his last 4 games in AHL action. The rookie is looking great and one of the smartest players you will see out there in the AHL playing for the Abbotsford Canucks. Let's get to the NCAA. We got a couple of quick things to touch on. Aiden McDonough, one of the Canucks' top prospects, the big scoring winger, picked up his 20th goal of the season as their regular season wrapped up this past weekend. They're now moving on into the Hockey East playoffs, so it is almost time for McDonough watch here. One loss is going to put them out of contention to get into the NCAA Frozen Four, so they need to win and get into that Frozen Four for him to continue on with this season. Otherwise, the option will be there for him to sign with the Vancouver Canucks, and we've heard some positive things over the past couple months here about McDonough potentially signing with Vancouver. Still can't for sure say if he is going to sign, so it does have to worry Canucks fans a little bit in that regard, but everything that we've heard ever since Patrick Alvin, the Vancouver Canucks GM, went and made a visit to McDonough back just after the World Juniors, it's been very positive from the camp of McDonough. So we're feeling pretty good about him signing. I tweeted out last week, I thought it was a 60-40% chance that he is going to sign. Immediately heard back from two agents saying that it's probably higher than that. So take that as it is. Feels like good news at this point, which we haven't had a lot of for Canucks fans hoping that McDonough is going to sign this season. It feels like it's been a lot of negativity, so I think we just need to let this one play out. We will see what happens. And finally, let's wrap things up on this note. Jacob Truscott, he has not been in the lineup. He is the defenseman for Michigan, hasn't played since January 21st when he had a great game, picked up a couple of goals, including the game winner. He hasn't played since that game on January 21st, and what we're hearing is it sounds like it might be another 2 weeks until we see him into the lineup, which is a little bit difficult for Michigan because they are rolling into their postseason play right now, and they would definitely like to use Truscott, who's been used on their top pairing all season long, playing alongside Luke Hughes, brother of Quinn, here for Vancouver Canucks fans. So this wraps it up for our Blackfish Report. This is our first video up here on YouTube in this format. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, give it a share, comment, I don't know, whatever else you do on YouTube, do that, and you can check out the full article up on Canucks Army right now. So we'll wrap it up there. For Canucks Army, my name's Chris Faber.